Alright, those of you still joining me, we are coming into the middle of this game as they did overlap slightly. And we are going to start here in Game 2. The Fallout Balls have a advantage as they took Game 1 5-3.
Hi Launch Class, I'm Paul Wadhar. Business and math are integral to who I am, but you can't truly know me without knowing my musical side. So without further ado...
At lunch I can help lead our team. I can help us achieve our dreams. As officer in my DECA class, I can manage projects and organize.
3, 2, 1.
And with the Knights Watch in blue and the Fallout Balls in red, we're going to start this B-Team Game 2.
Make things work more than just one time. I've helped teams work together, fixing conflicts to help us succeed. Collaboration is a key. I'll help us work as one to get done. Teaching is my passion.
Hey, it's good to be back. I've been relieved of my duties now that the A-Team game is over, so...
With MIT Launch Team, I'll make my vision reality. With technology.
Yeah, that's a defensive mistake. That's something we've talked about, is the defenders can't get too overly aggressive there. It's way too easy for the FC to just kind of zoom right past them. So that's something they're going to have to correct. Oh, this could be dangerous if I don't know whatever the fuck that guy's name is with the weird symbols. Never mind, he's dead now. Brackets. Okay. I'll be really interested to see how Star adjusts his game here. He's playing with a 200 ping, so he's struggling a little bit. He actually disconnected from Mumble during the first game of this best of 5 series.
What's his ping at 200 for? Do you know any reasoning, Turd?
He he lives in Mexico, so he gets that Mexican internet connection, which is not the best.
Here's a chance, though, for the Night's Watch to come back as past the flag, able to get out, though, with a beautiful tag pro by Ball Saget. I'm not a fan of Ball Saget's name, to be honest.
I'm not a fan of Bob Saget as a person, so...
And another cap here.
And Starfucker has lagged out completely. Let's see if Night's Watch can get a hot sub in here, or if they'll call timeout. Or do nothing.
1600 vamp. Stayed alive for a long time.
Yeah. Hell of an effort.
Does the Night's Watch have a sub available? That's the...
They do. I'm not sure what the hold up here is.
Time for
Gorman calls time, but they're gonna have to play out this FC here until he's either returned or has capped. And they all left. They left early. Oh no.
Oh,
I think that cap is gonna count.
It is.
I don't know what is. The wheels are falling off here, and now we have some people continuing to play. What is happening?
Yep.
This is why we can't have nice things, people.
No, absolutely. AP, that's me, says, put me in, coach.
AP, if I could, I would. Although that wouldn't really be fair to the rest of the ALTP players.
So, Turd Ferguson, how is your NLTP team doing in the playoffs? I know.
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't shown up to NLTP in weeks. My life is... This is the first time I've been on Mumble in like 3 weeks, I'm not even gonna lie. My life has been crazy.
Well,
it's just that time of the semester, and, you know, it's grad school for you, so...
Well, I'm glad you joined me here this evening.
Yeah, it's good to be back. You know, I haven't really been able to do much Tag Pro related, so it's nice to have kind of a night off from working.
Absolutely.
It looks like the stream is still in radio mode here.
Yes.
Just a quick note.
They could hear you, but
they can hear us, but they can't see what's going on.
It's not. Well, then there's no game. We were on Tag Pro. The game was playing.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, we're just on the wait screen while we wait.
I gotcha. Ignore me, people. This is why I'll never get into television production.
This is, however, my microphone was absolutely muted, so they can only hear one side of the conversation, which is just as much fun.
So, for all you viewers out there, I am not, in fact, schizophrenic.
That's right.
These are not voices in my head, although technically I'm wearing headphones, so they might as well be. So, take that as you will. Looks like we're ready to get started again here.
Yeah, Night's Watch B team having a bit of issues. They're down 4-0 here in Game 2 to the Fallout Balls, whose, I believe their B team name is technically Remember Re, which is a glorious and awful pun at the same time.
A glorious and awful pun befitting a glorious and awful band.
Hey, Fallout Boys...
Mostly awful. But
Fallout Boys did some stuff back in 2005.
I really liked their first album, Take This to Your Grave. It's the album with the all-blue cover, if anyone remembers. Everything after that was shit, though.
Yeah, but they did definitely have some decent early albums. As WMW almost gets out on some nice blocks from Bruh.
So we have breaking news report here from Crowman, fresh in from the PM. He says, that was a disaster. Bruh would join the group, and no one knew the flag had to be returned. Or he's saying, Bruh wouldn't join the group, and no one knew the flag had to be returned, so... By Bruh, he's referring to Bruh Life, who's currently in for Star, so it appears that our hot sub was a little confused on how to actually join the group and enter the game, and the rest of the team was, in fact, a little bit confused by the timeout rule.
Well, if the team advances, you should probably take a practice here on having hot subs.
Yes, absolutely. That's looking like a big if right now.
Absolutely.
So they're going to need to make up a 4-cap deficit here, or else they're going to be staring elimination directly in its monstrously unattractive face.
Right in the old eye sockets.
With no eyeballs in them, just eye sockets.
It's just eye sockets, yeah.
Which nobody wants to see.
No. Elimination is like an 80-year-old person's sex life. No one wants to see it, no one wants to hear about it, but it's definitely still happening to somebody.
An unfortunate but true turn of phrase.
Oh, Bro Life gets trolled by the boost spawn as Ball Saget looking to come in for a cap here, but WMW.
Nice little escape by So there.
Yeah, great job by the Wumso.
Most people refer to him just as So.
Pengu leaving the group now. And now we have another time here. As once this last
1600's grab is not going to count.
No, but that's back to group.
Okay. So we're going to have 4-0. I believe that will reset to 4 minutes.
It will
right because it's the team that's in the lead called the timeout. I gotcha.
Correct statement. Man, I'm super hungry.
Maybe you can grab some Cocoa Puffs. I mean, I figure with that shout out, we should be getting some sponsorship money coming our way from General Mills or whichever of the large monopolies owns
I think it's
the branding rights. That's what I figured. So expect a lifetime supply of Cocoa Puffs.
I want a sponsorship
in the mail.
though from Heinz Ketchup.
Why's that?
Because if I could get a sponsorship from them, that'd be great. I go through a lot of ketchup.
Yeah, they take care of all your condiment needs, and for those of you who are unfamiliar, Heinz doesn't just make ketchup; they make mustard, mayonnaise, a nice little product known as Heinz 57 sauce, which is actually quite tasty on steaks and chicken as well. I believe that's why they're named Heinz 57. They make 57 different condiments. I might just be making that up. But I don't know. One of our dedicated viewers will have to do some research on that.
It's because they have 57 varieties of different food products when they were initially marketed.
Yeah, interesting.
In 1934, they had 57 different products, from baked beans to soups to consomme to tomato juice.
Consomme? What even is that?
You don't know what consomme is?
I don't. I know you consummate that relationship when you when you get married.
No, it's a specific soup made from stock. Clarified.
Gotcha.
It's clarified stock, essentially. A very French thing.
Sounds French.
It is. It has a little apostrophe over the E. And here we go, just about to start again. Sun Chips on the It's Go Night's Watch. Yes, we're in the middle of Game 2 with a 4-0 advantage for the Fallout Balls.
2, 1.
Pengu taking a snipe, missing it though, as Bruh Life showing how dank his snipes are. As he gets out past Pengu, but can't get by that juke juice.
Juke juice. I'm a little surprised to see Night's Watch not getting hyper aggressive here. Down 4 caps with under 4 minutes to go. I really, if I were in the room, I'd be encouraging 1600 to take that tag pro on offense. There's really no need to keep that on defense because, you know, as we know in the playoffs here, there's no cap differential. So losing 4-0 is really no different than losing 15-0. At this point, you kind of gotta throw everything out there that you got. So that's what I'm going to look for here.
You gotta pull your goalie, so to speak.
Yes. Speaking of which, a big win for the Bees tonight.
Yep, I got to watch them take a 5-2 win for any of you watching over the Detroit Red Wings, putting them in a pretty good position to get that playoff spot.
Absolutely, they gotta win their last game and hope that the Rangers can beat the Red Wings. But if that happens, then they should be in there like swimwear. I'm not sure what happened with Philly and Toronto tonight, but if Toronto could pull out the win, that would have been a massive help.
They won in overtime, so Philly still got 1 point after that.
That's something. That's something, though. For the Maple Leafs to win a game in April in any form or fashion is impressive for them.
Yeah, great. It was a great game to watch. I don't know if you caught the game or just caught the score.
I just caught the score.
Oh, here, I'm gonna send you some links. Hold on. I have there's a subreddit that I got modded into that does the Bruins streams. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this different than NHL streams?
Yeah, it's different from NHL streams. It's a guy that was on NHL streams, but moved there when he kept because there is still some takedown stuff. So he has his own subreddit for just Bruins games.
Ah, good to know.
WMW waiting on an offensive partner. Instead, he needs to grab here.
Yeah, in desperation for life with the assist. That's unfortunate. Things are really looking down for Night's Watch.
Absolutely, Pingu's going to be out ahead of 2 here. Oh,
Code wonderful play by Code
job.
Really fantastic.
Bruh Life trying some dank snipes. He's at least getting aggressive.
Yeah, I think it's going to be too little too late at this point.
Absolutely. With only a minute left and 4 caps to go, it'd take a miracle for Night's Watch to come back from this.
And that should just about be the nail in the coffin.
Agreed. Wow, WMW with some slick jukes, but can't get out. That's the Night's Watch story is some nice moves and nothing happening.
Just haven't been able to finish or really start.
And that's that. If that one wasn't the nail in the coffin, this absolutely is.
Yeah, at this point they're pissing on the corpse, so really disrespectful.
But that's okay.
Treat our dead bodies with respect here, guys.
If I had to say anything, there's nothing wrong with a little boat if your team's up.
Oh no, absolutely, go for it. I'm all about the boat.
WMW is going to be able to put one cap on the board here, some consolation prize.
Yeah, a little by the way cap, clean up the score a little bit, but it's going to take 3 in a row now.
2, 1.
Yep, the Night's Watch definitely have their work cut out for them here. Dom Derek says the NHL is boring. They don't have boosts on the ice.
Well, Dom Derek, you can get the fuck out of our chat. How about that? That's right, I said it. Call the FCC. I don't give a fuck.
That's a 6-1 victory for Fallout Balls here.
I think the next game is going to hinge on whether or not Starr can come back from his lag issues. He's really kind of been the steady hand at the tiller for this B team throughout the season. So
it doesn't look like that's happening, as he is not even in group right now.
Yeah, probably not. Apparently, we have word from the from inside sources that his cousin Pedro is visiting and is hogging all of the internet.
Oh,
So-
Dom Derek is Trit, actually. I just went by his Twitch name. God damn it, Trit.
Trit, please.
Kukukuru says, "Go Stars."
I can get behind that. They have Tyler Sagan.
Yeah, big
who
Sagan fan.
Who I think got a bum rap here in Boston. So I'm okay with that.
I definitely
I'm a big Mike Modano fan. You know,
Oh, go Madonna. Back
for you early
Yeah.
2000 Stars fans.
Madonna was a G back in the day. But
Yeah.
I really think Sagan turned his career around. He wasn't as dominant in Boston as he is in Dallas, and I've heard that there's a lot of things there that have really helped him change his game.
Yeah, well, and I mean, he had to develop as a player. We got to remember this kid. He got thrown into the NHL in one of the biggest media markets in the NHL during a Stanley Cup run when he couldn't even legally drink yet. Like, the kid was so young, and the expectations were so high. Really, for me, it was reminiscent of when Jumbo Joe Thornton came to the Bruins, and if you remember, what was this, 97, 98 or whatever,
Yeah,
he
right
came in
before.
with these massive expectations, and it was like, he didn't score a point until the middle of December, and people were flipping out. Like, they wanted to, run him out of town on a rail because he was supposed to be the franchise savior, and it takes some time for him to develop. And I think he's had a really nice career in San Jose since we traded him. And I can see the same kind of thing happening with Tyler Sagan, where he's going to become, a 70, 80 point guy over the course of his career. But. Yeah, not to get too ridiculously off track, but yeah, absolutely. But to his credit, I think he really came into his own in the playoffs, and he was a healthy scratch for the first couple of rounds. But then, they threw him in the conference finals, and he had like a 4 or 5 point game in his first playoff game against the Lightning in the conference finals, and I think that was huge for him. But anyway, go Stars! I'll be rooting for you guys. Unless we face you in the Stanley Cup. I'll always be grateful for you guys beating Buffalo in the Stanley Cup. Because let's be honest, fuck Buffalo. So thanks for that. Alright, back to Tag Pro. Oh, Bro Life. Really nice job there, and we get a double Tag Pro to start things off. I think it's going to be key for Night's Watch to start off quickly here, and right off the bat, So is ahead of 2. Let's see if we can make something happen.
Instead of helping clear out base, goes back. Night's Watch, not exactly what I would have done in that situation. I would have absolutely, if I was Bro Life, gone forward and tried to get the base completely cleared.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to be aggressive here, down 2-0. You got to leave it all out on the floor, and a little disappointed to see him play it safe there, especially with a Tag Pro on OD. For Fallout balls. I think that would have been instrumental because, otherwise it's almost impossible to get a block.
Now
Bro Life's going to have to do some work here.
Nice job with that boost.
Really great job. He delayed the boost just the right amount of time.
And now don't blow that bomb until it's... He should have waited. He had plenty of time there. But Kodam X has a chance here to get something done. Tries to defuse past the flag. Doesn't get it. And
I think the rolling bomb there threw him off a little bit.
Oh, Bro Life had a chance to just defuse immediately. Instead, just goes down, takes the boost to defuse.
So with those dank snipe. Don't back snipe. Okay. That's what I always tell them, and they always do it anyways.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I hear coaches tell these ALTP guys is, play fundamentally strong. Don't back snipe. The only time you should ever back snipe is if every other person on your team is already ahead. And even then,
Absolutely.
You should think long and hard before you do it.
Yeah, these young bloods, they don't know.
WMW has a chance of the return for Cap. No, can't get it.
That is a situation where I'm all for the back snipe. If he hits it, it's a Cap. If he doesn't, he still has the wall to bounce back on and stay ahead of his man.
Vamp!
But you gotta be careful about these things.
Oh, Vamp tries a snipe attempt, instead gets himself behind by hitting that bomb.
Yeah, a little too much traffic to try the snipe there. Not what I like to see, but no harm, no foul.
Pangu moves himself back, though. I guarantee you 1600 Vamp's going to go for that bomb. Yes, and a bomb into Bro Life. As Code MX is going to get sniped by Pass the Flag, but WMW returns the favor.
This is a lot better from the Night's Watch. The first two games, they were really, you could tell, even when it was 0-0 early on, they were really back on their heels. I think they've kind of weathered the storm here. And really what they got to do now is just take it one game at a time. I mean, if they can win this Game 3 here, keep the series going, all you got to do is plant that little seed of doubt in the heads of the Fallout boys.
Here's the biggest issue. Bro Life with that Tag Pro staying on Re instead of getting out and helping clear base.
Yeah, again, a little more conservative than I'd like to see. But sometimes it is better safe than sorry. So, we'll see if it pays off for them in the end. What I'm more concerned about is, are they playing smart? And can they... Oh, Bro Life! Gotta watch out for that nub step.
Bro Life almost got nub step. I really enjoyed the terminology nub step, like an entire event named after a single person. It's really intriguing.
It's really fantastic, isn't it? And it works on multiple levels too, because it's you have Nub, the famous tag proer, but you also have Nub, which is a slang term for a noob. So to get nub stepped is not only to get nub stepped, but it's also to get noob stepped, which I've always found delightful.
Yes, I agree. It works on multiple levels, and there's not a better pun than one that can work in multiple ways.
Absolutely. I think that is exactly the definition of a pun, is that it works in multiple ways. I don't think you can have a pun that doesn't work in multiple ways.
Shut up, turd.
I think you just successfully defined for our audience what is a pun. So, grammar lessons here with Second Skin. Sponsored by Cocoa Puffs and Heinz. A winning combination if there ever was one. So just, he gets a little out of position, gets bombed out, and he's not able to recover. So this is it. Night's Watch really has to get aggressive here. They got 4.5 minutes to tie this thing up, or their season is over. They'll spend the rest of the playoffs cheering on the A-team. Ain't that the truth? No. Our A team didn't make the playoffs, and I don't know what happened to our B team. I mean, I really don't have time. The problem with NLTP is all the nights that stuff happens are like nights that I need to get shit done for school. So, Bro Life, see if he can get out. Smart move, letting 1600 renew that tag pro. He's not going to do much use as a flag pro. That's the Night's Watch, keeping it classy. See if Code can delay. Hit the bomb, hit the bomb! Beautiful. Pro Life is going to make that... Oh, he just overcommitted to the wrong side. He did such a great job hurting him into the right spot. Couldn't make the final play. only just say, amazing job by Codemex to stay alive as long as he did. He turned one scoring opportunity into two, 2.5. Really impressive. He's got to go out the other side. Take your time. You got the rolling. Don't give it up just to be able to go through that top part. And dangerous spot here. Codemex is going to need a little bit more magic. Oh, Broline! Oh, and he survives it anyway! My goodness. Yeah, absolutely. This is the final 2 minutes of the season if they don't cap here. That's unfortunate. They won all 3 pups. All 3 were rolling bombs, though, and 2 of them were defused immediately. Talk about a tough break. See what he can do with it. Oh, he a little too soon. That's a good kiss. Oh, that's a great kiss. Codemex, he's got to make a play. He's got to make a play. Oh, he gets the return. Brolive's going to be a little more proactive with his blocks there. He's got to set that up a little sooner. He gave the OD a little bit too much time to get aggressive and get the return. Still, though, that's got to be a huge... Ooh, the bomb kills him again. Still, though, you got to think this is a huge blow to a team that was basically a minute away from moving on. Oh, Brolive. So, using that juke juice. Oh, so he's got to save the season. No, that's they got a little sloppy there, and that's gonna do it. Major props to Fall Out Boys for keeping up the good work, and it's really tough to come back after letting up the time, being a minute away. So for them to come back and finish this thing out in regulation is really impressive. I think they're going to go a long way here in the playoffs.
All right, Fall Out Boys taking that in 3 games, eliminating the Night's Watch B team here.
Well, congratulations to both teams on a well-fought series. Congrats to the Night's Watch on a great season, and making it to the playoffs is no mean feat. I think the Fall Out Boys are going to be a force to be reckoned with here as we move on to the next round of the playoffs. I'd love to be back. Just shoot me a PM whenever you need me.